An active weather pattern all across the Western Pacific. We have several areas we're watching over the Philippines, another one just north of Palau as well. Both could develop into named tropical storm systems. But first, let's talk about this area over the Philippines, which has been bringing heavy rainfall. For places like, example, Cebu here, we have been seeing some pretty significant flooding as well as mudslides in a few spots. This, as this whole low pressure area just tracks over Luzon area, southern Luzon, northern areas of Visayas, where upwards of 50 to 100 millimeters of rainfall is still anticipated as this tracks off towards the west. That's why red rainfall warnings have been issued for eastern areas of Samar over through southern Leyte, areas of Cebu, where we've already been seeing this areas of precipitation upwards of 30 to 50 millimeters in the course of just a few hours. This is another look at the warning from Pagasi here, where that serious flooding is anticipated as we continue to see that precip throughout. You're basically heading into early Thursday morning into Friday as well, as this all tracks off towards the west. So if you are in one of these hazard zones, you're not going to get a signal force warning. This is not going to be developing into a typhoon or anything like that, but it is that heavy rainfall and those local heavy rainfall warnings that we're going to continue to watch out for. So taking a look at the forecast as this moves off towards the west, you have that low pressure area tracking right over southern Visayas, over Manila, and in the Friday you're still going to see that precip wrap around into the Metro Manila area before this low pressure area tracks off towards the north and west over towards Hainan. And on the tail end of it, I'll talk more about this in just a second, we have this area, which is in the Philippine Sea, which could be developing into our next named storm as well. So plenty to watch out for. Taking a look at that heavy rainfall forecast, though, and yeah, you can see that's areas of heaviest precipitation as it tracks over southern Luzon. A little bit of a closer look here Thursday over towards Friday. You have that low wrapping up, passing over Mindoro, with that precip still on the back side of it, enhancing that southwest monsoonal flow, and that's going to increase showers across western Mindoro and even over towards northwestern Luzon as it pulls away here as well. So, in short, a lot of rainfall in the forecast, especially for Visayas off here towards southern Luzon. Now, let's look at that bigger, broader picture I was talking about here, because yeah, we got some other areas we want to keep an eye out for. This is, of course, the GFS, the Global Forecasting System model, just showing our area first over the Philippines. You can see that low pressure center passing over and it moves off towards the west, but the GFS also trying to hint at this storm system and its tail developing out in the Philippine Sea and pushing off towards Taiwan, or we could see a separate system pulled towards Okinawa and southwestern Japan. This particular model has been aggressive. This is a 0Z run, showing 930 HPA. I mean, that's borderline super typhoon over Okinawa. Then this is 6Z at that same time. It's got two systems. Then we got the 12Z at the same time. It's got two systems. The ECMWF, we can compare that up as we look ahead. How about at the 0Z run, just showing you a storm system out here, maybe pushing over Okinawa as a typhoon. So the point is, anybody from basically northern Luzon through Taiwan through southwestern Japan, as we go ahead over the course of the upcoming week, you could be looking at a typhoon forming up here. Still got plenty of questions, still got a lot of uncertainty. I mean, we don't have a low pressure center out here, but we would have to watch and see where something could potentially organize over the upcoming days. But this is just looking at, for example, the ECMWF once again by Thursday the 23rd, and then you compare that up with the GFS. This is the GFS by Thursday the 23rd as well. So yeah, it's a lot happening here. There's a big hot mess. I think more real term, more right now, if you are over southern Luzon, northern areas of Visayas, even up towards Manila by Friday and the Saturday, you're going to be looking at this increase in rainfall just due to this heavy precipitation from our low pressure area pushing overhead. So that's something you want to watch out for, at least for the time being. Anyways, that's a quick look at what's happening out here today. I mean, there's a lot to talk about, of course. So I'm just trying my best to keep you posted about our forecast and how much rain's in the forecast and who could be looking at that threat of tropical systems, maybe even a typhoon in that extended outlook. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, though, please let me know. And number one thing, of course, is stay safe out there. All right. Have a good day wherever you are.